ఓం శ్రీ గురుభ్యో నమః. అందరికీ నమస్కారం. In this video, let us examine how to tender an apology for the mistakes committed. See, in nature, all that is great, all that is beautiful, all that is truthful, and all that is real is spontaneous. It happens spontaneously. You see, all positive emotions of a human being in the world are spontaneous, and they are based, such positive emotions are based mainly on trust. So in this regard, I would like to share an incident. A software engineer working in a software company as a team leader one day faced a problem in his work. He tried to resolve that issue, but he could not, though he worked up to late in the night. Then he left home. So at home, while taking bath, an idea flashed in his mind, and after finishing the dinner, he again came back late in the night, back to the office, and started working to resolve the project with the idea which he got. So during the process, the whole team, which has developed certain data, has been lost when he tried to implement his idea in the project. So he was amazed, and he was very much upset with what had happened. So he reported to the management what has happened, and then with the cooperation of the other team members and higher officials, he could resolve the whole issue, and everything was again back in operation as the data was restored. And it took nearly 4 to 5 days to restore the data which has been lost because of the idea which he has implemented in the project. So he tendered apologies to all the stakeholders, owning full responsibility for what had happened and for the loss of precious time of the project. Having said that, after 2-3 months, his performance has been reviewed, as it happens periodically, and he was given a substantial raise in his pay packet as a reward for his performance. One of the reasons cited for the reward is his courage to accept the mistake and also to learn from the mistakes. So, this is one of the reasons they have cited for the award given. So, to err is human, and but when we support the mistake committed with lame excuses or justification, then it is not your regret is not genuine, if at all you have expressed any regret. So, when you accept the mistake unfailingly, it elevates your consciousness and also your character. So, there are two ways to overcome the practice of committing mistakes. One is not to repeat such mistake again, and the second one is to tender apology, owning full responsibility for the mistake. So, these are essential factors in tendering an apology. So, then how to tender an apology? See, tendering apology is neither an art nor a craft. It is simply being natural and truthful. So, when you are truthful to your confession, right words will flow automatically, and it becomes easier to seek forgiveness for the mistakes you have committed. So, the basic factor is in tendering an apology is restoration of faith. See, the other person has put so much trust in you. For example, when you love someone, by their outward appearance or by their outward behavior. You trust them so much, and because of that trust you develop a relationship. Suppose it is vice versa also, the other person may also develop such kind of trust in you, but subsequently when you commit a mistake and when your behavior or when their behavior is not what they have seen earlier, or when your behavior is contrary to your earlier attitude, then that betrays their trust. Your behavior betrays their trust, and betrayal hurts any person very much. Betrayal leads to grief and pain to the other person. So, when you tender an apology, it should be sincere, honest, and meaningful. Not only you, the other should feel when you tender the apology to them for the betrayal you have caused to them for their trust. So, unless you are truthful to your own mistake, and unless you own full responsibility what has been done or what has happened because of you, then you cannot tender that kind of apology with full heart, and only when you tender it with your full heart, then only the apology works and restores the faith and trust which has been lost because of the mistake committed. So, it should be sincere, and an insincere apology does not have any meaning, because you start repeating it, repeating the same mistake again. Then once you have repeated the mistake after tendering the apology, then it is very difficult for you to restore the faith which has been lost. So, you must be sincere in tendering the apology. People generally say excuses like, I am sorry, but because of this, that and all that. So, the conjunctions of if or but have no room in a true apology, because the sorry has no meaning, because it is only a kind of a momentary action to overcome the conflict. It may serve temporarily, but excuses like this are not at all useful to restore the lost faith in the other. So, apology means it's a kind of flowering, a flowering of virtue. People own the responsibility. When they own responsibility, they look majestic, spiritual lions. To err is human, but to realize is divine. So, thank you.